have a question for you. Truth or dare? Truth? Okay, you have looked for European Portuguese content on Netflix to try to get more listening exposure, take a break from Portuguese class, do what you already do for fun, but in Portuguese. For those of you who said yes, I think we need to talk in a little bit. But just in case some of you said dare, I'm also going to throw a dare in here, because usually those are a lot more fun. I remember playing Verdade ou Consequência at a party when I was 13 and, well, maybe this is not the moment to talk about it. Oh well. Olá, eu sou Catarina. At the Language Unschool, I come up with outside of the box means to help you find your voice in European Portuguese. Would you dare watch 40 seconds of native Portuguese content? Yes, I said 40 seconds, 40, of a soap opera you can find on RTP Online, but which someone recently added onto YouTube. I'm talking about Bem-vindos a Verás. Now, I know a lot of you loathe the idea of watching a soap opera in Portuguese, or in any language. I promise I'll explain in a minute that most likely the issue is how you've been going at it. But first let me explain how this dare will go. I'm going to leave a link below in the description where you can find the 40-second clip alongside these three things. The human-generated transcript, that would be me, comments on all the language and culture you can learn from each line, and tips on how you can make the best of a 40-second clip. You can start it now, go ahead, or you can stick around a little longer to hear my take on why watching 40 seconds of a soap has more benefits than watching an entire film on Netflix. To start off, Netflix has at the moment less than a handful of films to choose from in European Portuguese, where there are more than 100 soaps made in Portugal. We're talking end of 2024. There is more dialogue in a soap than in a film or series, normally filled with audio effects and amazing scenery. Great for the eye, less great for the language. Now, dialogue is precisely what you need to work on your listening comprehension, which should improve your pronunciation and speaking skills. They're obviously linked. Everything is exaggerated in a soap, from the cultural differences to the emotions, the body language. So when you don't fully understand what is being said, you get a lot of clues as to what is going on. Let me ask you something else. If repetition is needed when learning a language, I was not the first person to say so, how can one film alone compete with 200 episodes per soap? It's a lot more minutes. Now, you don't even have to watch them all. Let's face it, you might not be interested in soaps, I get it. They are, after all, a form of distraction based upon the fictionalization of people's day-to-day lives. But since you are a person and you have a life, you are bound to find things in common with certain characters. Which reminds me, you don't have to watch all 40 or so minutes, I'm not talking about the second clip, minutes per episode, times 200, plus rewinding since you want to understand it all in the beginning. No, just focus on one character to start with, or the first few minutes, or seconds even, like I will do today, of each episode. There is no soap opera police, you know. And don't forget that if these soaps portray the day-to-day life of people in Portugal, you are bound to get exposed to situations you already find yourself in while living in Portugal. From greetings beyond tudo bem, to ordering something at a restaurant other than using the word queria, to going to the doctors. I mean, they are so rich. You will even get to be exposed to current popular music played on the background and so much more cultural clues about Portugal. Okay, I'll stop here. It's time for you to immerse yourself in Portuguese content to improve your language skills and broaden your cultural understanding of the place you now call home. It's only 40 seconds. Do you dare? The link with instructions is in the description. I'm looking forward to knowing how unpainful it was for you in the comments. So do let me know. Obrigada por verem, obrigada por me ouvirem e até à próxima.